Hey everybody, I've got another Ben 10 action figure review for you. This video is similar to the Bullfrag one where it's a little different than my typical reviews. I'm just talking about one figurine for this video, and as you can see that would be Atomix. Now if you're wondering how I have an Atomix figurine, like you're questioning yourself, maybe thinking did they make an Atomix figurine? I don't remember them making one. No, you're not going crazy. This is just a bootleg figurine. You can find it on eBay. Um, it comes up if you search like Ben 10 cake topper. I think he's supposed to be a cheap plastic figurine that you put on top of a cake, like for a kid's birthday party. It's nothing that is officially licensed by Cartoon Network. It's not associated with any toy brand that works with Cartoon Network. It's not an official figurine. It's just a bootleg figurine that I found on accident on eBay. So I went ahead and bought it, and it was really a crappy looking figurine, a terrible paint job. Not very accurate paint job. A lot of the colors were mixed around, but the structure was there. The body and the sculpt of Atomix was there. So that was enough for me to work with it and kind of give it a new paint job and make it fit in with my Ben 10 figurine collection. The scale on him is perfect. He fits right with other Ben 10 figurines. I can show you right here. I've got him with, I can put him with Bullfrag. So yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. It's not any worse scaling than some of the other figurines we've seen. Atomix is a taller alien, so you know it works really well. And when you see him up there with the collection and the display, you can't even tell he's not supposed to be there. That he's not an actual Ben 10 figurine. So I'm super happy to have this guy. He's very unique and rare to have in a Ben 10 collection because they never made this alien. So having him in my collection in any way, even if it's a bootleg figurine, is pretty cool for me. I did see on eBay they have a few other aliens that they made of these so-called cake toppers. They made like Pesky Dust, Molestache, Ditto, you know, a few other aliens that never got official figurines. They did make those, but they are not great for Ben 10 collection. They're actually rather big. They're even taller than this Atomix figurine. I mean, they're probably this big. So for an alien like Pesky Dust, excuse me, or Molestache, or even Ditto, that's just way too tall. Maybe a taller, bigger alien could get away with that scale, but they're just too small of aliens, and when the cake topper figurine is like this big, it just doesn't make sense, didn't look good. So I don't have those in my collection. It'd be cool. I'm always looking for ways to include or create figurines of aliens that didn't get official figurines made, but we did get Atomix, so that's better than nothing. So let me get into this guy. He's essentially just a statue, and he's hollow, so he's very light. It's just a cheap hollow plastic that he's made of. The only articulation he has is some arm articulation. This does go all the way around, but that's it. There's nothing else. So he just has these arms that go up and down, nothing else, no leg movement, no head movement, anything like that. He's a pretty stiff figurine. Like I said, without the shoulder articulation there, he's essentially a statue. Give you a close-up here. So this is not what it looks like if you were to buy this cake topper. It looks a lot worse. I will include a before and after picture and at the end of my video. I did a lot of work on this guy, a lot of painting. I added a bit of clay here on his shoulders and stuff. I did a bit of sculpting, like these pieces sticking out here at the top of his head. Those are sculpting on my part. These cake topper things do come with like a light in the middle of their chest that I don't know if you can see a button back here actually. So you press that button and a light lights up on the center of their chest, and that's for all of them. Like Mustache Ditto, all of them had that. I put some clay over it to, take that away because I was trying to make them look like an actual figurine and not a light up toy. So I put some clay over that, painted over it. All of this here I painted, like all these bubbles and stuff on his arms, his belt I painted. Like I said, I almost had to do a total recolor on the paint. The only parts that I didn't have to paint were like the white parts, but otherwise a lot of it was just really messed up, not accurate. But that's that's to be expected when it's a really cheap bootleg toy that's supposed to go on top of a cake. So if you buy this and you want to put a little work into it, you can make it look like a really decent Atomix figure. But that's about it for this guy. Like you can see here, his hands aren't even fully sculpted, they're just hollow pieces. So this isn't a toy that you're going to be playing with or anything, but if you want an Atomix, it gives you an option. Like I said, you might have to break out your artistic skills and work with it a bit, but it can be done. So like I said, I will include a picture here of his before and after of what the cake topper actually looked like when I first received it compared to what it looked like after I was done with the paint job and everything. So yeah, he looks great. Like I said, when he's up in that collection, you really can't even tell that he's not one of the actual figurines that was made by Cartoon Network. And if you want to see him up there with my collection, go ahead and check out my very first video from a few months ago. That's where I showed my whole display and all my figurines together. You can see him up there, and I even take a couple minutes to talk about him specifically in that video. But yeah, that is it for Atomix. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. He is a figurine I'm pretty proud of because I put a lot of work into him myself. My next video, I will be going over some Reboot figurines. I only have a few of them. The only ones I got, the only ones that I own are Ben himself, and then any new aliens that debuted in the Reboot. So that would be Overflow, Shock Rock, and Slapback. I never bothered to get any of the other aliens because I figure I already have them in the original style, so I only got aliens from the Reboot that were new aliens. So that'll be my next video. I'll be talking about those 4 figurines. Keep an eye out for that, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.